Hey guys, I wanted to do a bit of a chatty video today, so if you need to put me on the background and go about your day, this is the perfect video for that. I feel like it's gonna get chatty. I wanted to give you guys like a life update, kind of let you know where I'm at. I've been posting vlogs and stuff and like showing a lot of the garden stuff, but I felt like I haven't actually like talked to you guys in a little while, and I want to give you guys an update on me. If you're new here, it's been the winter was really rough, very rough. I lost my dad November 22nd of 2023, and since then I've basically have documented my whole grieving and healing journey on YouTube. I've shared a lot, not all, but I've shared a lot. And I know you guys have seen me at my lowest of lows on here, and I wanted to give you guys an update on how I'm doing because I haven't really talked about it much at all on my channel lately. But I do want to say overall I feel like I'm doing good. The nice weather is helping, the sunshine, having the garden, that's all helping a lot. And I was talking to like a few people in my life about all of this recently, and I was saying like it doesn't feel like easier or like less sad, but the best way I can describe it is that like I think where the shift has happened is that I have accepted it. I've accepted the fact that I've lost my dad, and I've accepted the fact that he's not coming back, because up until recently, it very much felt like he was going to walk through the door. Like it felt like this was just a very weird, long dream. Like, and I always knew that it wasn't, but that's how it felt. It felt like I was going through the motions and in some weird dream. And up until recently, it felt like there was still a possibility that they got it wrong. That like he's not dead and that he's going to come through the door and then we're going to be back to normal. And within I would say the last like month, I've really accepted it. And it's really like sunk in, and that alone is so healing. Like allowing myself to just accept the fact that he's gone, that he's never coming back. I feel like I can like move forward, if that makes sense. So I was talking to my sister about this, and I feel like this is the perfect analogy, but you know, I don't want to talk about her at all on here, like her life, but like she's in a good place in her life. And I was telling her, I'm like, I feel like I'm in a good place. Like, I feel like my whole world is like perfect. Like, I feel like I have everything is exactly like how I would dream of. Like, I have a wonderful relationship with my husband. I have 2 teenagers that are outstanding. Like I'm literally in awe of them. I love my relationship with them. I love their relationship with each other. They're getting amazing marks in school. They have wonderful friends. They have like, they're really good kids. They're really good kids. I have like a wonderful relationship with my mother, and I'm so close with my brother and my sister and their families. And I'm like, I'm making this house the home I've always wanted it to feel like. I'm getting into gardening. Like, I'm happy with YouTube, and I have like these wonderful relationships in my life, and I feel like I can finally, like, everything I've ever wanted to do in life is happening. Like, I'm finally doing the things I've always wanted to do that I just never knew how to do, or like where to even start. Like, I feel like I'm just in this like wonderful phase of life, but it's just like I don't have my dad. Like, I wish I had all of this and had my dad. Like, that would be perfect. Like, I'm just like, it just feels so weird that I'm in a good place without him. And she put it in the best terms possible, and I really wanted to share this with you in case you are grieving something in your life. This is the perfect analogy. She was like, it's like your whole world is so bright. You have this big, bright, beautiful life, and it's shining, but you have sunglasses on. And I was like, oh, when she said that, I was like, that's exactly how it feels. I have everything in life that I could ever dream of. Like, I literally like can't even express to you like how good I feel in this phase in my life. Like, this place I'm at, I know these are the days I'm going to look back at and be like, oh my gosh, like things were so good. Like, things were so good. So I know that and I'm very grateful for this, but it just feels like everything's going amazing, but like I'm seeing it through sunglasses. So even though things are great and bright, and I can recognize that my life is beautiful and I have these wonderful relationships and I get to host these beautiful meals for my family that I've always wanted to do. I get to see my family like on the daily, like I can recognize this is all sunshine and brightness and wonderful, but it still feels tinted. And I know that's the loss of my dad. And I know that like those glasses will probably always be on, but my hope is that like one day the tint will fade a little and I can see things a little bit brighter. And I think over time that will happen. That's my hope, because it's like the world, I can see the world for the beauty in it. And before, that was feeling really hard. Like when I was in the very, very early stages of grieving, is like, I just couldn't even, like, I was just like, how do you like have fun? Like, that doesn't seem like that. I can't do that. I like, things don't feel the same anymore. But I'm at the point now where I can do things like that. And I can recognize that, you know, like, it's wonderful, it's great, it's fun, like, and I can see the beauty in like the garden and the flowers are blooming. I can see all of this beauty around me. I can see it and I know it's there. I couldn't see it before, but I can see it now. It's just like I'm wearing those sunglasses and it's like, I know this is beautiful and I know it is bright, but it's just a little shaded. And I'm okay with that for right now, because I feel like that is huge. I mean, a huge, like, this is huge. It's huge because I couldn't see the brightness before, and now I'm there. I can see it. It's just, it's a bit shaded with the glasses. So I feel like that was like the perfect analogy that she said. Like when she said that to me, I was like, that's exactly, like, that's literally how I feel. Like I feel that in my heart. Like that is the way life feels right now. Like I have everything. Life is so good, but I want my dad. Like I don't have my dad. So I just wanted to let you know how I'm doing there. Like, I felt like this week was like harder. Like I've been doing like, you know, pretty good, but like I felt like this week was harder, and it is like the 22nd around them. I always find this time of the month harder. It just always feels a little bit harder. And I don't know if it's because like, I don't know. It's just, I lost my dad on the 22nd. So I feel like even if I don't like comprehend the number with the date, like those feelings are always there. Like around the end of the month, I always feel a little like, you know, kind of like a punch to the gut. You're like, oh, but overall, I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. I feel like things are progressing. Like I am taking one step. Like we're keeping it going, like we're keeping it moving. I think about him all the time, but like as I said to my sister, I don't, like before it consumed my life. Like I woke up thinking about his loss. I woke up thinking like, oh, like I woke up to the pain. Like I would wake up in that pain. I'd have it all day. And now I wake up and I think of him, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I lost my dad. It's like good morning, Dad. Like I guess I'm just because I've accepted it, I'm building that relationship with him on the other side. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, why did, like, can't believe I woke up again without him. I can't believe it's another day without him. But I like wake up now and I'm like, good morning, Dad. Like, and I think about him all the time, but it's not like the pain that you wake up with and it's like, oh, how am I going to do this day now? Like, how are we going to do this? I wake up now, I think of him and I smile. Sometimes I cry, like I cry still every day about missing him, but it's not the same like it was. Like, it's just more of like I miss you, and before it was more of like, it was that with, I cannot believe this, like, how are we gonna do this? And I feel like now, like, we're doing it, so like I know it's possible. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's where I'm at. I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but that's where I'm at. I wanted to touch a little bit about like social media. I don't know. I didn't make a post or anything on social media about taking a break from it. I didn't like make an announcement. It was like, bye. But I didn't say in a video here that I was just like taking a little bit of a break from Instagram. And ever since I've said that, I think that was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. I think it might have been 6 weeks ago. It was before Easter, like well before Easter. Yeah, it might have been like 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago, I have not looked back. I do not miss it. And every single time I've ever taken a break from like a social media platform, it felt like, oh my gosh, like I miss this. I hate not being in the know. Like I cannot wait to get back on this app. I have not one time felt the need to re-download it and check in. Like I don't miss it. So I'm not on Instagram right now. Like I have an account there. I didn't delete my profile, but I don't have it on my phone. And the reasoning why I deleted it was because I just had a lot of anxiety. Like, you know, it was I was just having a lot of anxiety. Like I would open the app and get triggered by something I didn't want to see, or like, it was just, when you're in a hard place, it's hard to see, you know, other people's worlds still moving and you're like stuck. Like it's hard to see, it's hard to witness. So I knew that a lot of the times, like when my anxiety would act up, it was always triggered due to something I would have seen. So I was like, okay, I'm going to delete this. And as my dad was passing, like I had the absolute honor to be by his side as he took his last breaths, and that forever changed my life. Like being with your parent as they die is life-changing, and it has changed my life so drastically. And for the absolute better. Like I feel like I've gained so much wisdom and perspective by being by his side. And I just know, like, in those last days and moments of his life, to him nothing mattered but us, and to me nothing mattered than being by his side. And it just made me really, really realize that life is short. Like it's long, but it's short, you know? And that like you might not have the time that you think. And that like I was losing my dad. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like if you've been in that position where you literally held someone's hand as they took their last breath, like it changes you. Like I don't know how it wouldn't. And I just, ever since he passed, like I found social media hard, because I feel like everyone, you know, there's drama on there sometimes, and it's about little things, or like people are complaining about things, or like, I don't know, like just seeing things that I was just like, in the end, in the end, all of this stuff doesn't matter. I don't care what so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so selling. I don't care about what so-and-so and so-and-so's doing. I don't care. Like, all I care about is what is important to me. And that the most important thing in my whole life is my family. And I was like, I want to like really, really focus on myself and what I like to do, because when I'm at the end of my life, like, I don't want to look back and just not really have many memories of things. And you can say what you want about social media, but like a lot of the times, like even me, like the only time I'm on my phone now is if I'm texting one of my kids or Trevor or like, you know, a family member, or I'm editing a video for YouTube, or I'm filming for YouTube. I check Facebook like once a day, like barely. Like Facebook is just like all my aunts and uncles and cousins, and you know, I'll check in daily, but when you don't have your head in your phone, you see a lot. And one second, Trevor's calling me. I'll be right back. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I think about like not being on my phone as much. So I don't know, like I just feel like I notice, like I when my face is not always in my phone, I notice how much like the general public is, their faces in their phone. And I don't know what they're doing. People could be working, people could be like, I don't know what people are doing on their phone, right? So like I don't want to assume, but when you're not on your phone, when you like look around, like literally everyone is, and that is fine. Like I don't like, that's fine, but for me, it's just not how I want to live my life. I just don't want to get to the point where I'm at my last days and like I have things that I wish I would have done or accomplished and I just never did because I was distracted. Because I do have the type of brain that like I get distracted, and that might not be you. But for me, like I get distracted very easily, and it's hard. It's easy for me to get off track, and then I get like, it's just very easy for me to sit for like an hour or more and just be like scrolling. And I don't like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like being there with my dad as he passed, like everything just fell into perspective for me. And social media is like dead last on things of priority to me. So I'm not on it. I'm not on it. So that's the story on that. I feel amazing. I love not having that distraction, because like I said, I get distracted very easily. But I have been like really like, to me, like I don't really consider YouTube social media for me, because it's like, that's my TV. Like, and when I watch videos now, I watch them on my TV. I don't watch them on my phone. So I got to get better at commenting, like writing comments on my favorite YouTubers stuff, because I used to always leave comments, but now I'm watching on my TV and I'm not on my phone as much. And just in general, like I have all notifications off on my phone. Like this is like, it's been like a while that I've done this, but like I don't have notifications on my phone, because things like that, it's just, like I said, it's distracting for me. So I've just made a lot of changes like that. And in turn, like I'm learning new things. Like I'm like, okay, I really want to get into the garden. So I've been like spending a lot of time doing that. And that's something that I've really, really wanted to do for a long time. And it just, like I said, like I just don't quite get there. Like I get interested, and then I'm like, oh, I get distracted and I fall down another rabbit hole, and I'll do that. And then like, blah, like, and I just hate like knowing every little detail about like 200 people's lives. Like that was a lot for my brain. And even if it's good things, I'm not talking about like bad things, like even just like good things, like for me, that's too much. Like it brings anxiety for me, like if I just know way too much. So overall, I have felt good. And during this time of the break from social media is when I've accepted the way things are now. And I've been really being able to take like a big step forward in this grieving process of like, you know, it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell, but like, I know I can do it. Whereas before I was like, I hope I can do it. But now I'm like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. And I just want to be the best version of myself. Like, I think daily about the moments with him, on his last moments, and like just what was important to me in that moment and what was important to him in that moment. And it wasn't anything to do with stuff that brings anxiety into my life. So I've cut it out, and it's just, some people might be able to go on those platforms and not experience that stuff. And I have no judgment. I get people who I don't care what people do in their life. But for me, like, I've just noticed nothing but positivity when I like took out distractions in my life. So I cook a lot. I've cooked a lot anyways, but like, you know, I'm trying new things. I'm learning about gardening. I'm spending so much time with my family, and I am really, really, really just like truly, genuinely, like in my entire heart, I'm happy. Like I said, things are bright. Like things just look so bright with my shades. The shades are on, but I just feel like there's only up from here. So I wanted to give you that update. I don't know if that makes sense about the social media. I feel I'm not great with words, and I don't know. I'm trying to get better at responding to comments and stuff like that on my videos. Cause like I said, like I'm really being intentional on not being in my phone. Like I've broke that habit, and it's like my phone stays charged forever now, unless it's like a lot of filming and editing, then it, you know, I'll have to charge it up. But like, I just feel like I'm in a really good place in life. Like I feel like I'm not moving with the times. I'm kind of regressing backwards, but I've never been happier. Like I'm like growing my own food. I'm like baking from scratch, cooking from scratch. I don't know what's going on. We don't have cable, right? So like, I don't know what's going on in the world. I'm just happy right here. And like, I don't have a lot of influence coming into my life, and I'm just like doing what makes me feel happy and not what someone's telling me to do, or like seeing someone doing something so I feel like I gotta go do that something and it's not something I like. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like doing what feels normal and natural to me. And it all comes down to like my perspective. Everything has just completely changed. Like I just know the meaning of life, and I know how important it is, and I know how fast it can go, and I know how it feels to lose someone truly amazing. And I don't want distractions anymore. I can't do the distraction thing. So that's where I'm at right now. Will it be forever? As of right now, I would say yes. Like I don't see myself going back. Although like the one thing, my cousin is going on vacation soon, and she always posts on her stories on her vacations, and I'm like, I'm dying to see her vacation, but it's not worth it for me to hop back on and fall back into that cycle of continuously like knowing, like I wouldn't be just clicking on her. I know I would end up clicking on 35 other people's stuff. So I'll probably just peek in on mom's and see what she's doing. But yeah. Hi.
Hello, vlog.
He's like, hello, vlog. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on all of that. I want to get better at responding to comments and stuff like that, because I do see them. So I'll always heart them, so you know that I've seen them. But I'm just, you know, I'm just really, truly like listening to my heart and my gut. And I just feel like it's so weird, like just to be in this beautiful place, but then like just have it like so close. Like I'm so close to just having absolutely everything, you know. If I had him, like I wish, like I can't even tell you like the amount of times like I could probably find it like that I've written down for my goals for the new year. Like every single year I write down less time on social media, less time on social media. Like I knew it was distracting me. Like I always knew like it was just something that didn't bring a lot of positive into my world, and I just never could do it. Like I would take little breaks, but I just like couldn't do it. And now it's like, I don't know. It's just all, it just all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Like, I don't know. It's literally just Instagram myself, because I stopped using TikTok like in 2021. I don't have TikTok. I have Facebook because it's family, and then I don't have Instagram anymore, and then I don't use it. I guess I'm not on that many. But yeah, anyways, if you're ever considering like taking a break from social media, just listen to your gut, try it out, and then if you notice you feel better, like maybe like listen to that. And if you don't feel better, then that's cool too. Like I just, like I said, it's been like 6 weeks, and I've kind of just feel like I've made great breakthroughs with not having distractions and just like really like going through this, like really like anyway. But I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys being with me every step of the way through life, whatever it is I'm into. You guys are always here. Whether we're doing sourdough or we're gardening or we're doing makeup or remember when I was all into the planners and oh, you guys. I just appreciate you guys so much. But I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back soon with another video, probably a vlog or something. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.